Today, we're going to take chicken thighs, skin on, to another level by creating this incredible creamy mushroom sauce using nothing but mushrooms, wine, cream, and a little bit of Dijon mustard. To start, we have some boneless skin-on chicken thighs. If you can't find those in your store, just buy the bone-in ones. They're very easy to cut out. And we've been keeping this skin very dry for about the last 20-30 minutes. You want to start these in a cold pan with the most dry skin possible. That way you really render out the fat and get a beautiful brown crisp. So really keep that paper towel on them until they are completely dry. And then once you're ready, let's jump over to the stove with a completely cold pan. So to start, we have my Hexclad here, no heat, no oil, and we salted and peppered the skin side of this chicken. And now we're just going to lay it in there, make sure that skin is nice and flat with the surface of the pan, and then we're going to turn this on a very low to medium heat. You don't want to cook this hard and high because this is going to take about 10 or 15 minutes. So right there, that flame's pretty low. It's medium, right below medium on my oven stove, and you're just going to let this do its thing. Here we are after about 4 or 5 minutes. You can see that skin starting to shrink a little bit. I'm going to put a little salt and pepper on the top. We're not ready to cook that side yet, but I'm just going to put it on so I don't forget. After a few more minutes here, you can see that oil really starting to seep out of the chicken. That's what it's frying with. That's why you don't need to add any other oils of your own, and just let that do its thing for probably 10 minutes. Check on them every once in a while. That's what you're looking for. I'm going to let this go about another minute, but you can see that skin has started to brown up real nice. And then once you get it right where you want it, I'm going to flip these over and let these cook on the bottom side of the thigh for about a minute or two. The point here is you want to get them to about 130-ish degrees. Once you do, I want to pull these out and throw them on a sizzling platter and put them in an oven at around 150 to 200 degrees because you have to make the sauce now in the pan. So if you fully cook this chicken, it's going to be sitting around for 5 to 10 minutes. So try to time it out a little bit. Cook the chicken a little under, throw it in the oven, and now you could start your sauce. I took a little bit of that oil out of the pan just because it was very oily from the amount of fat that was rendered out. And then we're going to pour in some mushrooms. I'm going to use shiitake. You could use portobello. You could use any mushroom you like. Hit them with a little bit of salt and make sure they have a good surface area touching the pan, and let them now get rid of all their water. They're not going to get any color till the water fully drains out of them. As you can see now, we are fully draining that water. Once the water evaporates, they're going to brown quickly. This is about 2 minutes later. Just let them do their thing for 3 or 4 minutes until you get that golden brown color you're looking for. I'm content with that right there. So now we're going to add in white wine. Use a wine you like. This is a Pinot Grigio. We're going to put in probably about a cup. This was a completely full bottle, so that's how much I use there. It's not a ton, and now we're going to let that reduce by half. This is the basis of the sauce. You want that wine flavor, so you cook off the alcohol. We're going to let it reduce fully by half, and now we're going to add in about half a cup of cream, maybe a little bit less, and just let that do its thing. We're going to salt, we're going to pepper it, and let it simmer and thicken. It'll probably take about 5 to 6 minutes. This is why we pulled that chicken earlier, and it would just be sitting there completely getting cold. You don't want that. So it's in the oven getting warm. Taste your sauce, season it. I needed a little more salt in there. And then once you get the consistency that you're looking for, we're going to add a little bit of Dijon mustard. That's the bone of this Dijon sauce. If it looks a little too thick, you can add another splash of cream at this point. You don't need to worry about the thickness, though, because a thick sauce like this is going to be perfect for this chicken. This is another one of those recipes also that is absolutely delicious, but it does not look great as a thumbnail or on a plate or in a video. It's just brown on brown. I'm going to throw a little parsley on it for the photograph, but that's it. Very easy. So here we have the finished product. See how great that looks. You got your crispy skin. I still always hear Gordon Ramsay from MasterChef Hell's Kitchen saying don't put any sauce on top of crispy skin, but we did it anyway. Let's dive in. Let's give this a taste. It smells incredible. I think it's going to taste just as good, but let's find out. It's fantastic. You get a lot of acidity from the white wine that you've cooked down. The Dijon mustard also adds a lot. And there's that rich creaminess, a little bit of earthiness and umami from the mushrooms. This is everything you need to do to just elevate your chicken. You'll love this. Give it a try and let me know what you guys think.